everyone. Hi everyone. This is Aldi's version of Lucozade Sport Explosade. I've had the Asda's version this week. I've had proper Lucozade Sport this week. And now I'm on the Aldi one. I don't know what to think of it. Like, I don't think it's my favourite. It might be my least favourite. I feel like it tastes sweeter than the others. That's what I feel. I just feel like it tastes sweeter. It would help if I had all three out so I can compare them. Obviously, I'm going off memory, and I've not had Lucozade Sport that often in my life. It's not something I typically go for, but I wanted drinks to have before dog walks and afterwards, because water ain't cutting it. I mean, water's good, and I'm not always going to have these. I would have it again. I mean, I've got a 4-pack of it, so I will be having it again. But I just feel like it tastes sweeter than the others. Now, when I was last on a dog walk, I have skipped today, which I'll tell you about in a sec. I had Lucozade Sport and I really enjoyed that. And I'm not saying that was better than the Asda one, but it was really refreshing and I needed it because I did struggle on the last walk. I just feel like this tastes sweetest. Now I do have an Asda one in the fridge, so if I wanted when I went home I could open it and try some and save some of this, and then I can compare them. I feel like I'm going to finish this, which I wouldn't typically do. I think there's 2 servings in here. Oh, it says it contains a single serving. But I've only had one drink today. I had a coffee this morning, like over 2 hours ago, because I knew I was going to come out, and I was actually going to come out, I think I came out just over half an hour afterwards, because you're not parked that close to me. They've literally just come up from a different direction and parked super close behind me. I'm going to move forwards a little bit when they go, like when they get out and go wherever they're going. Probably going on a dog walk. So I mean, they might not be as close as they look, but I go to my boot and put my wellies on. I wish I didn't have to wear wellies, like. Looking in these trainers though. And also she might want to go on the river. Couldn't go in the river the other day. She could get in a bit, I couldn't go in because when I tried to step in it, because it had rained a lot the day before, it was higher up in the bit that I go in, and also when I tried to stand in it, it was that I started to sink, because for some reason it was just the ground underneath it was super soft, and I was like going down, so I was like, I can't step into it because there's not, it was like that far from the top of my wellies, but because I started to sink, it like the water started to get higher, and I didn't want water in my wellies. I don't know if you can even see me because all I've got is like the sun blaring at me from that direction, so I don't know what you can and can't see. Now it is Saturday, and as you know, I typically can't walk the dog on Saturdays because of the neighbours, and I almost couldn't get out because of the neighbours. A neighbour that lives in Saudi Arabia most of the year are back, and I only knew they were back because I heard them being bad-mouthed by another neighbour, and that's how I found out they were back. I didn't know they were back. It's like last time they were back, my dad heard the same neighbour bad-mouth them again because we didn't know they were back. I won't copy what they call them. I won't say the first word, but chav is in what they say. They're like that, chav is back, and that's what they said at Christmas. And then when was it Thursday? Was it Thursday or was it Friday? Chav was used in the word in what they said again. So my dad went, it's clear what they think of them. Anyway, and it's funny because I was bad-mouthed not long before I came out. So I did find it hard to come out. But the reason I didn't walk her yesterday was partly to do with the neighbours being around. Not the ones that had come back. Well, I don't know where they were, but other neighbours being around, and it made me uncomfortable. And I said to my dad, if you do the second walk today, I'll do tomorrow. When I said that to him, I didn't know that he wasn't going to come home last night, but he knew that he was stopping out, but I didn't. So I knew he was going out last night, and I said, you probably won't want to do the walk in the morning, so I'll do the morning walk. It's still morning, by the way. It's not early, it's not one of my early walks that I used to do. And he's like, oh, that's good, because I'm staying such and such a place. And I was like, oh, it's a good job I offered then, because you wouldn't have told me, then she wouldn't have gone out in the morning, and she would have given me a hard time because she wanted to go out, because she does, she gets restless, like huskies need to go out. So that's why I'm walking her on a Saturday. But it was hard to get off the street. If I find it hard to get back on the street, I'm going to go to where my dad is and follow him home, because by the time I'll be going home, it should be the sort of time that he will be going home. So, but yeah, that's why I'm about to go on the walk. And I think I've drank all this because I'm thirsty, because I've only had a coffee. But the problem is I'm going to end up with a full bladder, and I'm going to be walking around like I can feel like I need to go already anyway. So and my phone that I'm filming on, which isn't my normal filming phone, this is still full. I can't do anything until I get some stuff off, which will take hours, and I've got more important things to do. But this had fallen and I couldn't find it, and I actually got out the car to go and look down the other side, because it might have fallen down by the door, because I put my hand down, but you can only feel so much. It actually fallen in the back, and I don't know how, because of where it was. How did it get there? But when I put my hand down the side of the chairs, I found one of my favourite sunglasses by my favourite sunglasses brand, and I'd wondered where these had gone, because these were the ones I can't put them on because they reflect where I am, but these are the ones that I used to always have in my car. And then when I got here, I had these on, but I can't film with them on because for some reason these are super reflective, and you could see where I was, even though it's actually more obvious from this position where I am than when I filmed the other day and I accidentally showed where I was. So I did have these on, but I'm probably going to try roaming these. There is another pair in here somewhere. Oh, if I took them in the house. I need to stop taking them in the house. I need to keep at least one pair of sunglasses in the car, because like you always need them this time of the year onwards, and you need them in winter. I've just got orange juice down there, because winter sun is a real thing. But yeah, these are more cat eye. I like a big sunglass. You can tell I'm thirsty, can't you? I've not got much to say, to be honest today. I don't know what I'm doing today. I did a to-do list. I can't remember what's on it. Literally can't remember what's on it. I've got my bedding in the washer. I put that in like when I was trying to get out. So that'll be washed when I get home, so I can start drying that. I think there's a couple of things I should put on my list, but I need to see what's actually on it. I don't want to end up with a massive list. Although if I don't finish it, it can be added on tomorrow. If I don't finish tomorrow, I can add it on Monday. There's like, if you put 20 things on your list and you only do 9 or 3, at least you've done 3 or 9. Like, don't feel bad about it. I used to like really beat myself up about it if like I had a list and it was 22 things and I managed 8. But you just manage what you can manage at the end of the day, and at least you've accomplished something. And sometimes I end up doing things that aren't on the list, so I can't be really mad. I'll tell you a quick thing before I get out. I was driving along, because you know, like sometimes you're driving along and you're just either thinking of things or you're listening to music and you're not really, you're in your own little world just getting to wherever you're going. And I saw this husky with this woman and they were like waiting to cross the road, and I was like, how did, and then my dog's name, get there. Do you know, like where you just like, you're not with it, you're just like thinking stuff that's just random. Because literally it was like her twin, like everything about that dog was my dog. And I know huskies look similar, but it was literally like my dog was stood there, and I was like, how did she get there? And I'm like, oh god, she's behind me. But yeah, everything about the dog, the colouring, like the eyes, the face, was literally my dog. And it was just like, there's another story where like about my dog where I didn't realise she was my dog and I thought someone else had an identical dog to me, and that's another story for another time. The guy who's, I've got my window open, the guy who's parked in front of me has just come back, so when he drives off I'm going to drop my car down. But the way the person's parked behind me, if someone comes to park behind me they won't get in because of the way they've actually parked, even though I'm going to move down a full car space. I'm actually surprised myself with this drink. I've just drank it up, so I must be thirsty. I need to empty the back of the car because there's about 7 bottles that I've given that she's took the lid off. So I've got a hoodie on. I had this on the last time I went out. I really like it. I'm going to put my khaki baseball cap on because the sun is out. I'm going to put my dog bag on. I need to actually fill it up. So whilst I'm waiting. So in it will be a hand sanitizer which has come up. Will be my water. I've been taking water and I've been drinking most of it on the walks. I'm not taking 2 phones with me because I can't even film on it, so I'll just put it in the boot. In the front pocket is, how many have I got? Because I had one the other day. I've still got 2. So we've got 2 dog food bags. Then so the main part will have water, hand sanitizer, maybe something else. In here we've got 3 sweets. I've got some more. I should actually put painkillers in, but I've got nothing to take them with. But if I need them, I'll have to chew them up. Oh, there's nothing in that one. I'm sure I've got some rhubarb. Let's mix them up and put a couple of rhubarb in. They're not as good, but I'll have a couple of flavours in this box. Might as well. So in there is some Panadol. Oh, I've got a spare Panadol. Tissues, a security item, I'm not going to say what it is, and the sweets. And in the back section that goes against my body will be my phone. I think that's everything that I'm going to need. Oh, where's the lip balm? Is the lip balm already in here? It should be in this bucket. Got nothing on my lips. Oh yeah, the lip balm's already in here. Oh no, that's an inhaler. I don't mean a medical inhaler, I mean a minty fresh one. And I've got candy cane, which is peppermint. Is my dad home?